You know, on Tampa Bay's Morning Blend, we love to bring you fun like contests and things to do in the Bay Area, but we also like to bring you celebrity interviews. And boy, do we have a good one today. We are sitting down with John Travolta, of course, the new star in The Fanatic, which is coming to theaters soon. Hope you stick around for that and much more. The show starts right now. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great morning. We've got a fun little show coming your way. I'm Natalie Taylor, once again joined by Q105's Roxanne Wilder. I feel like you do so much more, though, than in the mornings there,
well,
right?
Mornings, obviously, not afternoon, on the weekends, some different stations. So it's all part of Beasley Media Group.
Now.
Yes, PG Parental Guidance Needed podcast on myQ105.com. So, you know, we do a lot over there. We're busy.
You are
We
busy.
love being you guys' partner, that's for sure.
Well, we love when you come in to play with us. And again, we've got a fun little show today. But the big question, though, that I think everyone's still kind of talking about, you and I have been talking about it a lot because our little girls actually play together. It's the back to school season. And we've got some pictures we want to share because everybody on the staff has been sharing. I will share with you in a quick second. Evelyn Jade, though, your cute little pie.
There she is. She's on her way. She's got a lot of confidence. That's a strut, right? And there's Maddie.
Maddie's
she's adorable.
she's been hanging out with us in the office a few days. So she's back to school. Of course, there's her little sister, Abby. Abby's rocking the VPK this year. Those are our director's daughters.
Right. There's
Amy,
Lauren.
our producer, Lauren. She's heading into sophomore. Now, Lauren's big sister heading off to college, Savannah.
Oh, wow.
Savannah
See,
Art
time
School.
flies.
So lots of goodness.
There's a little bit of angst, you know, sending him away for the first day of school.
You and actually Amy probably have a lot in common because Amy's
Right.
got one going off to college. You had one going off to the first day of school.
Exactly.
For the little ones.
And this is more, she's still little. She's only 2.5. So this is more, I'm sending her so she learns how to share and how to not be so bossy.
You know what? And I didn't show a picture of my daughter because my daughter right now is probably rocking the PJs.
Good for her. Well, she's a good sharer. She doesn't need that.
Well, you might know better than that. Thank you for saying that. But yeah, Alex is in her PJs right now,
Good for
probably
her.
eating breakfast, not doing the school thing. But again, thinking of all those parents who are enjoying the back to school time, and we wanted to share some of our staff pictures
Fun
with
time of
you.
year.
Well, it is a good one. And you know, we do have a good show too. So maybe you have the kids off and you're joining us today. Let's go ahead and see what's coming up in today's show. Here's our Perkins Morning menu. Now this one, Roxanne, you're excited about. Motivational speaker Edie Darling tells us why the time is now to awaken your dormant gifts.
It's her book. Yes.
I didn't even know I had dormant gifts.
They're just lying there. They're
Apparently.
sleeping.
They're
Hitting
sleeping
the
with my daughter. We got her inspiring story.
Yes, it's great. Plus, we're back with another Women's Care Wednesday. And since it's Breastfeeding Awareness Month, we're talking with Women's Care Florida to talk about breastfeeding benefits and the latest recommendations and advice for new and expecting mothers. So maybe I can learn something there.
Hey, plus a local bartender. Yeah, don't be picking up any tips from the bartender right now. But a local bartender is back because guess what? He won a national contest and he's bringing us the winning drink. We're going to cheers to him. But of course, it has been a busy week and a busy weekend. I was working a little OT this weekend.
Yes.
And if there's anyone you want to work OT for, overtime for, it's the guy that I got to sit down with.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen it on our social network? We've been talking about it. We did a one-on-one with the John Travolta. We headed up to the Villages. And I'd never been to the Villages before. That was a lot of fun. They love themselves some John Travolta. That's why he actually had this up at the Villages. Of course, we sat and spoke with John about The Fanatic. He even did a red carpet. Check this out, Roxanne. People didn't have anywhere for him to sign. Yeah, he's signing arms there.
He is a man of the people. He's getting in there.
Is. He absolutely spent time, spoke with everybody. There again, we're talking with him on the red carpet. But that's not the only conversation. We actually got to sit down with him one-on-one. I definitely had some pinch me moments. Roxanne and I both dancers in our many moons ago, back in our school days as well. And so just to be able to appreciate that with John, you know I had to go there with him.
Of course.
And then, of course, talk with him about this new film, The Fanatic. Take a look.
You can't just come to my private residence looking for me. Listen, pal, I don't know how you found me, but I don't ever want to see you in this neighborhood again.
I am so excited to sit down. John, you and I have spoke before over satellite, and we've
Yes.
always said next time you're in Florida, of course, away from your home, we hope to sit down together.
And
So
here
glad
we are.
this is happening.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
So why the Villages? I'm curious. I've actually never been here before, so I was super excited to come and check
Well,
it out.
I live not too far
Right.
from here, and the Villages theaters have always played my movies for a very long time because they have an audience that loves them. And I said, they said, would you ever? This is 3 years now. They've asked, would you ever consider doing like a premiere or screening special one at our theater, because we really love you and you
Yeah.
love your movies. And I said, you know what? I promise I will. I said, I don't know what movie yet, but I promise I will pick one of my movies and we'll do that. So I just thought, you know, this is the time, because this is a movie I love, I'm very proud of, and if I were to choose one, this would be the one I would show them.
Well, that's very nice. I know
Yeah.
everyone's very appreciative. We're appreciative for your time, of course. And I want to get back to when we chatted the last time. It was actually before when you were doing John Gotti, and we were talking before the film came out. And you said something that really stuck with me. You talked about how you have a familiar face, and you love taking on these roles that people don't realize, like, oh, I'm watching John Travolta. I'm
Correct.
watching the character. In watching The Fanatic, I got to tell you what, I did. I forgot that it was you some of the times. The
awesome.
way that you play Moose. You said that that's when you know job well done, film well done.
Exactly.
What were your thoughts when you actually watched it? Because you are very different in this movie, my friend.
Yes, I know, and it's opposite a lot of the suave characters that I have had the opportunity to play, and I love being able to do it. I mean, you know, whether if you scan back, whether it's I don't know, O.J. You know, playing
Yeah,
Shapiro,
yeah.
or Primary Colors playing Clinton, or Hairspray playing the mother. Those are characters you bury yourself in, you know. And The Fanatic even allowed me to do it more because the whole essence was so different than anything that I am. Although I do have an innocent approach toward the arts, and I have a fan perspective. I like artists, and I do admire, so I could identify with that part of this character, but I also could identify with the film actor. So I felt like I had this duality that was appropriate for this movie. To, if you can understand all the viewpoints,
Yeah.
you can give a better movie, you know.
But I'm going to use your word, the duality. That's
Yeah.
how I felt watching it, when I would kind of snap back and realize that it was you, and you're talking about your love for this and respect for Hollywood.
Yes.
And with The Best Friend Paparazzi is kind of a different take for, I'm thinking of you, who of course have had paparazzi follow you for years.
For 45 years.
I mean, it was very interesting, very ironic. Was that part of the take for you when you saw it and decided to sign it?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
It was the irony of it all, because I could inspect it from every viewpoint and indulge in it. And this is a movie about going over the line. Let's face it. Movie star goes over the line, the fan goes over the line, and all the things that happen when you do go over a line. It's very topical. It's very, you know, what is that line? You have to, now you say, well, what is the line? Does he become a stalker and not a fan after he invades the house? Yes. Or goes near the house?
Yeah.
Yes. But outside the theater or outside the fan thing, that's where he accepted, you know. Does the movie star go over the line with the maid? Does he go over the line with his treatment, his cruel treatment to the fan? Yes, he does. So you're talking about viewing this from people going over the line.
I didn't even think of that until you actually broke that down. There's so many levels to this, and of course we need to give credit to Fred Durst, the writer, the director, and to be able to see his name in the opening credits, I'm like, wait a second, it is Fred Durst's film. I'd read, and I don't know if this is true, that he actually had an encounter or did have a fan that kind of inspired his screenplay, inspired the story. Is that
There is a young, well, he's older man, but his name is Moose.
Yeah.
And like the character in the movie, and he did inspire Fred, and it is loosely based on him. Not loosely, but pretty much a lot of it. But the over the line thing is really a dramatic creation, you know. But the antics of the character are similar to some degree.
Well, you had said in the movie too, when I were actually talking with your idol, you make the comment about making bad choices sometimes in films. I'm not going to go there with you. I'm going to go put a positive spin on it, though.
Sure.
When you think back to your career and all these fabulous films that we've just even touched on, when do you sit back and smile? When you're by yourself, say you're back flying your plane, and you kind of think back, what makes you smile when you think about a filming experience? What really stands out?
Well,
to
there's
you?
many angles on it. One, did I do a movie that I really got excited about portraying?
Yeah.
Because you knew that in your back pocket you understood that character and could portray him well. You get a joy of recollection of a job well done, in that you absorbed yourself into that role. The other thing is, how much fun did you have on the set?
Yeah.
Which can be a different thing than your experience as an actor.
Yeah.
You can have like point out times that you had fun with the crew, times that you had fun with the other actors, and the movie was a hit, but it was more that you had a joyous time doing it. You see, then did you clock it as an experience of depth as an artist? You know, so it does have different.
I like that.
Yeah.
And so I can tell you're probably thinking, I'm sure the list could go, we probably don't have enough time. That'll probably make us go over time. But in closing, I want to get your thoughts on something a little
Sure.
out of the box.
Yep.
Pitbull and You, the music video cameo. We've got to have some fun with that. I danced growing up, and so and seeing your dance evolve over the years, I've just respected you so much.
Thank you.
And then to see you do the ballroom in the Pitbull video made me laugh. I'm actually doing my first Dancing with the Stars. I'm terrible at ballroom.
Really?
So any tips, anything you can help? And I always dance, but ballroom's challenging.
Yes, I have.
You nailed it.
Okay, well, I do have a tip for you.
Yeah.
Firstly, adapt the steps you are most enthusiastic about. Number one, the one you love to do. And if you build your dance with the structure of, you may not like 3 or 4 other steps, but you can't wait to do the other,
Yeah.
the step in your mind, you will get through beautifully, because then suddenly all of the steps will look great, because you're excited about being in a dance that has these moments that you can't wait to do. It's not that different from acting. You have a scene that you like, or part of a scene that you love,
Yeah.
and you can't wait to get to that part because you know you can kill it. It's that. So start with stabilizing your thinking with the steps you like, and then build from the things that you have affection for.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good tip.
It's really good. I think it's kind of can go along with many things, you know.
I like. And is it true that Pitbull was excited about the head being shaved?
Oh, hell yeah.
That's true.
He you know, we have a good friendship and a good
Yeah.
professional friendship, and I just adore him. I think he's a sterling human being.
And yeah, genuine person is John Travolta. He's talking about Pitbull there, but he's the one that really, it was great.
He seemed like it. I love his answer that he gave about dancing. That's a great, solid dancing tip. You grew up as a dancer. I grew up as a dancer. I don't think about dancing that way.
I don't
kind
either.
Of interesting.
And I will always remember that now, getting dance advice from none other than John Travolta. It was such a great experience, too. Huge shout out to our director, Ed. He went along with me on the red carpet, and he was throwing some bows so we could get a good spot on the red carpet, and, of course, getting that sit down with John. It was such a great experience. And in fact, Ed, our director, he even got a picture with John.
Oh, good.
He was John was just there being so good
Gracious,
to all the people. I can't
so
say
nice.
enough.
So I know you had so many great things, great questions, by the way.
Thanks.
In my head, I'm thinking, okay, what about Grease? Like, I'm going down memory lane, and that's the one that made the biggest impression on me of all time. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh,
Isn't that tough? I love Staying
that's
Alive
a tough
too.
one. I was gonna say, of course, I love. I love Saturday Night Fever. I love that, and then I remember Face Off.
That was a good one.
That
Yes,
was another good
with
one.
Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
How about that?
I kept kind of thinking of Face Off during that time. A lot of people on the red carpet, I was just talking about Ed and I being on the red carpet there. He overheard people asking a lot about Pulp Fiction. That's
of
my
course.
husband's. That's a big one. But of course, Grease. I mean, don't you remember the first time you saw Grease?
Of
I
course.
watched it on replay for I don't know how many times straight.
I used to make lists, ways to be cool. Wear black, perm your hair.
Nice.
smoke cigarettes. Don't do that. But remember, they glamorized that.
That was a different time. And that shows John Travolta has made a name for himself in every single decade.
That's what Olivia Newton-John had to do to get him. Sandy had to do to get him at the end of the movie. So
it was a good one. And again, we're not going to say enough. Fanatic is the film. It's just very ironic seeing John Travolta play this character. So check it out for sure. It's going to come out this month in theaters. The Fanatic is where it's at. It's John's latest one, and it's another good one.
Congratulations.
That was a good interview,
Yes.
right? I know. Now it's like, where do you go from here? Don't worry. We've got some fun stuff coming up. So do stick around. We will be right back.